Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome in general. Today's video is very exciting because I am doing a review 3 looks 1 palette video yet again. I'm gonna do it on the Battybean x Shroud Cosmetics Halloween palette. So excited to have this in my hands finally. I also ordered the It's Freakin Bats palette and I'm also really excited, but I'm not playing with this one today. I am focusing on the Halloween palette. So if you want to see 3 looks with this palette, then just keep on watching. The packaging of this palette is freaking fantastic. Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't expect it to be such a gorgeous palette. Here is the palette. Wow. This is Halloween in a palette if I've ever seen it. And I am so excited to get into these looks that I'm gonna do today. Just a quick review of the price of this palette. This palette retails for $42. However, you can use the code Battybean to save yourself 10%. Shipping was $12, so this was quite pricey. I love the packaging of everything, and it says hello friends on the tab that you pull out, and it says, I'm so excited for you to join in on the strange and unusual fun with my grungy Halloween palette. It is the perfect companion to my original collab with Shroud, It's Freakin Bats. This one. You're going to have such a treat creating an autumnal spooky dream, and I can't wait to see where your artistry takes you. Happy haunting babies, Betty Jean. If you guys aren't following Betty Jean, please follow Betty Jean. She is freaking amazing. I just recently found her whole channel, and the first video I watched from her was actually the reveal of this palette, so I was so excited when I found out that she actually also came out with the It's Freakin Bats. This palette is right up my alley. This one's a little out of my comfort zone, I'm not gonna lie. I love that it says hello friends on the back, and it's the same thing with this one. It also says hello friends, and I love that it's just cohesive. I also think that these palettes are very much complements to one another. I feel like if it was one big palette, it would make sense. So I'm so excited. I also got this little card, and it says, hello friends, did you miss us? We are so thrilled to bring you our second spooky collaboration with Battybean. Betty Jean's vision for this palette was Halloween, but make it grunge, and we think we nailed it. The Halloween palette is sure to charm your spooky soul with 5 buttery mattes, 3 magical multi-chromes, and 1 delicious duochrome. We carefully curated this palette to pair perfectly with our first Battybean x Shroud collab, so you can mix and match to your heart's content. Happy haunting, love the Shroud team. And it's just a little tombstone. I love Halloween. It's so great. I need to prime my eyelids, so I'm gonna do that, and then we can get started on the 3 looks with this palette. I have one eye primed, and I'm excited to get in here. I'm so excited! Okay, well, it has like a cute little mirror protector, so I'm gonna take that off. I really want to use this multi-chrome called Black Flame right here. I don't know how I'm gonna use it yet, but I know I want to use it. For the first shade, I'm gonna take the shade Crypt right here on a big fluffy brush. This is a V204 from Morphe. I'm just gonna start by packing this on my crease and like blending it as like my transition shade. It's a very nice like grungy yellow shade, kind of like a mustard yellow shade. It's very pretty, blending out super nice already. Betty Jean creates the most beautiful looks with this palette, honestly. I'm just so excited to be making this video. My last 3 looks video did pretty well, so I'm excited to do another one. I love this shade. It's very unique in my opinion. I haven't seen another palette with this shade. That is stunning. I primed with my Shroud Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair, and this color is blending out like a dream, and I love this shade on my eyes. It's very, very fun. I love that. That's beautiful. I'm gonna take a V205 also from Morphe, and I think I'm gonna dip into the shade Losers Club. The shade names in here are fantastic. She really did go above and beyond. I hope they keep the tradition and do more because this is insanely beautiful and I'm just so happy for her. She deserves the most, honestly. I've been loving her content and her channel. I really want you guys to check her out. This is taking me way out of my comfort zone. I usually don't play with color like this. I love color, but I usually don't play with color like this, you know? This is Halloween grunge right here, you know? And grunge is so in right now. It's like the new trend, so it's fun that she kind of hopped on the trend, honestly. I am kind of deepening up my look here with the shade Losers Club. Going back into the shade Crypt with the original blending brush I used and just gonna try to blend out those edges. I think I'm gonna take the shade Ghastly, which is this really deep purple shade right here. Is it purple? Kind of. It has like a purpley tone to it, but it's more so just to deepen this look up more. And I'm gonna pop that like right here, like right on the outer portion of the eye, just so that black flame shade has something to grab onto so it doesn't look so stark. This is beautiful. I'm obsessed already. I can tell this is gonna be in rotation for Halloween. Way in rotation. I love spooky season. Look at that. That's insanely beautiful. And it just blended in and it just looked good. How? I have no idea. Usually things don't work out like that. At least not for me. But usually I like to wing out my eye looks a lot. I'm trying to tone it down for today, at least for this look in particular. I really want to play with the oranges. I also want to play with the greens, so I feel like I am able to do that with this palette. I'm trying to really deepen up this front portion right here, like right where my brush is, so that it can blend and go lighter around the crease area. I'm impressed. I've never tried anything from Shroud Cosmetics, so this is pretty new for me to try this brand, but I'm impressed already. I have no issues blending these shades out and I'm quite happy with how it looks right now. Taking Losers Club again because I feel like I lost it a little over here, just so I can see it peeking through that dark, I don't even know what it is. Is it a dark purple? It looks like a black, but like it has some different tones to it, I'm sure. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna take the NYX glitter primer here. This is also something she does a lot and I really want to see the full potential of these multi-chromes and duochromes. So I'm going to take that in the same brush I used to prime and just tap that where I'm going to put those shimmers. I don't really want it to be perfect and I'm going to pat that out with my finger as well, just so I can make sure those edges are not too harsh. I'm going to take my good old finger and I'm going to take the shade Black Flame and I want this to be mostly on the lid. This is what I want mostly everywhere. Multi-chrome is wonderful. Wow, I have never had a multi-chrome shadow like this. That is so fun. It's like purple and orange and black. Oh, now what do I put in the front? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and blend the Black Flame shade with that blending brush just so I can smooth out those edges. I'm gonna take Afterlife, obviously. I already put that in there. I am taking a Morphe M224 with that Afterlife shade, and this is literally going in my inner corner and like the inner lid of my eye. I love that. That's insane. I love how when I go like this you can see the orange and it kind of mixes, but when I go like this it's purple and it's Halloween. Like it looks like Halloween threw up all over my lid and I love that. I used to love putting orange in my inner corner and just calling it a day. Why? I don't know, but I used to love doing that and this kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe and I love it. I'm gonna throw on some Kiss Pompadour lashes and then we can get started on the second look. I have one eye done and I'm obsessed. I mean, it may not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me and I'm obsessed with it and I love it. So I'm gonna prime my other eye and then we can get started on look number 2. Okay guys, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this eye. I don't know, I'm gonna have to take one of these off. It makes me sad. I'm gonna take the shade It's Showtime. This bright limey green. I'm obsessed. Reminds me of Beetlejuice 100%. And this is what I'm gonna start packing on my crease the same brush, but I spot cleaned them, so they are clean from any pigment that may have gotten on them. I'm kind of doing packing motions, and it's already kind of blending itself, so a little bit of swiping incorporated into that. I love this shade of green. It's honestly perfect for the season, you know. And I love all the spooky palettes coming out. I really do. I love like Halloween themed eyeshadow palettes. I think it's such a fun time to release makeup, you know. Like, I don't even care for holiday makeup. Give me the Halloween. I want it. I love this shade on the eye. It's not as bam in your face as it looks in the pan, and I kind of really enjoy that aspect of it. Just making sure I have no unblended areas. I'm just gonna go in and use this blending brush to just blend any of these edges away. I'm just gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Wicked right here, and I'm gonna start dabbing this. Oof. I'm gonna start dabbing this on the outer edges. I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to make a halo eye with the green shades in here. I think I am. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna pack the shade Wicked on this end, and I'm gonna put Ghoulish on the center, and that's gonna be the green eye look today. I kind of want to use all of these shades. I don't want to leave a shade untouched today. I want to get into it, you know. She killed this palette. She killed her last palette. I haven't used it yet, but the shades in there literally scream my name. They literally scream my name. This looks insanely beautiful. Wow. And I'm gonna pack that in the inner part as well. Taking off one of these looks is gonna hurt my soul. It's gonna hurt my soul, and it's gonna take everything in me to not feel bad. Halo eyes always look weird until they are done. I love the snotty green. Snotty green. Okay, it's snotty, but I love it. I'm gonna go back into It's Showtime and just blend the edges of the darker green out. And I kind of like that bright green showing up still in the center. I hope that the shimmer doesn't take away from that, because it's really nice and pretty, and I'm obsessed with how it looks so far. Taking the magic brush which kind of blends everything together. Another fun thing about these palettes, both of them are magnetic, so if you wish you can pop these pans out and put them in your like Z palettes, your empty palettes. I like to take my finger to just blend out that primer so I don't have any harsh lines. I don't want that. I want it to look kind of messy in the best way possible. I like messy shades, obviously. This looks messy, but in a good way for me. I'm gonna take this shade, it's Ghoulish. I don't know if it's gonna show up as well with no base, but I'm taking it anyway. And I'm popping that in the center. Kind of dragging it out as well, because on top of the green, it looks so cool. This girl knows my language. She knows my freaking language, and she did it perfectly. How am I gonna take one of these off? How am I gonna take one of these off? I cry. I cry. I literally cry. What do I do? What do I do in this situation? I'm gonna pop my lash on. And then I'm gonna decide which look to take off, which, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. This is, look at that. That is so pretty. Look at that. It is insanely beautiful. I love it. On the mirror I have here, it looks insane. I'm actually not done. I'm going to pop some of that Ghoulish shade in the inner corner because it's screaming that it wants to be there. I'm gonna put it there. I love it. Instant obsession is this Ghoulish shade. I feel like that is gonna be my highlight today because Betty Jean always uses it as highlight, and I love it on her, so I want to see if I'll love it on me too. What do I do? What do I do? Oh no. I'm gonna pop my lash on and then I'll decide. Okay, well, I have my lashes on and I still can't decide, so I think I'm gonna ask my boyfriend which one he thinks I should take off, and I'm gonna take that one off. Okay, boyfriend really liked this one, so I'm taking the green one off. I'm gonna cry because I don't want to. We can always just do it again. We can always just do it again. It's fine. My boyfriend's making me a garlic roll because I'm a little hungry, and that's fine. We are primed. We are ready for look number 3. My final look of the day, and this is not going to be the last time I use this, let me tell you. I want to play with the oranges because it's fall and I want to. So I think I'm gonna take Loser's Club right here on the fluffy brush I used earlier. I'm gonna blend the shade into the crease. Very, very pretty here. I'm gonna go get my garlic roll really fast. I'm gonna take the shade Crypt to try to blend this out more. I'm gonna start right here so that it shows up on the inner corner. I really love this shade. Just blending the orange out with the Crypt shade just so it doesn't look so stark. And it kind of just blends more out, you know? Again, taking the NYX glitter primer, putting a little on the back of my hand, and taking that brush and just patting it in. Same primer brush. And I'm just gonna go and put that literally all over the lid. I kind of want the shimmer shades to be the star of this one. I take my finger and just pat it out because I don't want any harsh, stark lines. I want it to blend into the mattes very nicely. And in order to do that, this step is crucial. I'm gonna take the shade Woodsboro, which is this one right here. It's like the darker orange multi-chrome. I believe this is yeah, it's a multi-chrome and it's absolutely stunning. And I'm putting this on the end of my eyelid towards this outer corner right here, taking that like about halfway, I believe, like in the middle of the lid. And now I'm just gonna take the shade Afterlife, the same brush I used Afterlife with on the first look, and I'm just gonna dab that with the brush, see how that applies with this brush. Pretty well. I'm gonna try to blend these two shades together on my lid, and that is it, I believe. I really love the looks created with this palette. I'm gonna pop my lash on and we can get on to taking probably this one off, and I'm gonna redo this look on this eye. Alrighty, and this is the third and final look. I love the shade Woodsboro. It is such a gorgeous multi-chrome. I think it's just really pretty and I really enjoyed playing with this palette. I'm hoping they restock it. But by the looks of it, a lot of you probably got it already because it's sold out in an hour, which congratulations. Betty Jean, this palette is amazing and I am so happy that it's in my hands and I get to use it. I am also so excited to play with the It's Freakin Bats palette. This palette is also so beautiful, right up my alley. I love purples, I love bats, and I love the title of this palette. I think it's so cute. So now I am going to probably take this look off so I can do this look on this eye, and then I will come back and share with you my final thoughts on this palette. And there you have it, guys. That was 3 looks with the Battybean x Shroud Cosmetics Halloween palette. This palette is, honestly, when I came into this, I had no idea what I was gonna create with this. I was like, this color story is way out of my comfort zone, but I love it. I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna use it. And that's exactly what happened. When I tell you that these colors really mix well together, they really do. Even when it seems like it doesn't, it does. Packaging is like a soft matte packaging. I love this type of packaging. I love the color story. I love the stripes with the purple. Purple is my favorite color. Of course I'm going to be drawn to it. So I was instantly drawn to this palette when she revealed it. And that was the first video I've ever seen from Battybean, and she got me, man. I'm obsessed with her and her content, so if you haven't checked her out, please do. This is incredible. I highly recommend anyone to pick it up if you haven't already when it restocks. They said it would restock at the end of September, early October. I'm also really excited to play with the It's Freakin Bats palette. It's another beautiful color story, and if you want to see a 3 looks with this palette, just let me know in the comments down below. I will be happy to film that for you. And if you want to see more looks with this palette, let me know. My palette shipped rather quickly considering that it's a 1-person show over at Shroud Cosmetics, so thank you for the very quick shipping on their part. But I had such a fun time with this palette, and I'm so happy to add it to my family of palettes. And congratulations to Betty Jean once again. I feel like she killed this palette, and she killed her last palette too. With that being said, you guys, this is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this color story may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I love it, and my favorite shade in here is Black Flame. Right there. It is insane. I love it. This palette is going to be my new favorite Halloween palette. Thank you so much for watching and hang out with me. I really appreciate you guys. And that's it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. I'm crooked on the chair. I'm crooked. Oh, that's insanely gorgeous. Wow. But this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Thank you, babe. This video is gonna be so long. I hope not. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Oh no, that's gonna be so hard. Really hard to take off. That primer is really good. I'm having a snack break. Fuck. This magic eyeshadow. I don't like it. Fuck. And this is what we're gonna use to blend it into the crease. I'm having too much fun. And let me tell you, when I tell you, even though it may not seem like it does, it does. Excuse me. Oh my god, I have little ghost earrings for today's video.